Hi guys, just a quick little review of Punnett squares, different Punnett square problems. Basically, I went online and just looked up a few Punnett square problems and I'm like, let's do them. Might as well do them together. So what you could do is, I'll read it and then you can you should probably pause and try it and then you can see what the answer is. That'll help you a little bit. So let me zoom in here so we can read this question I found online. So it says, one flower is heterozygous red, big R, little r, and it is crossed with a homozygous white, little r plant. Use a Punnett square to determine the probability of one of their offspring having a red color. So what are the chances of these parents having red color? And the answer is pause! Okay, here's how you do it. Big R, little r, little r, little r, and we make our Punnett square. Isn't that perfect? This is a red flower because there's a big letter there. This is a white flower. This is red, and this one is white. So this right here represents 50%. So the probability of having a red flower is 50%. Next up, here's another butte I found. Let's see what this guy says. Yowza. Okay, and by the way, the first problem we just did is a monozygote. A monohybrid cross, which is like regular Mendel. And let's see what this one is. One cat carries a heterozygous long-haired trait, big S, little s. It's annoying that like S's look the same. I don't like when they use those letters. It's like big S, little s. So I like using like T's and stuff like that. And E's. Let me erase. Oh man. Okay, let me erase this. What we at? We got a long-haired trait cat, heterozygous, and it mates with a homozygous short. This is the same problem as before, I think. Heterozygous, short. Yeah, this is 50-50. Chances of offspring having long hair, big S, little s, big S, little s, little s, little s, little s, little 50%, same thing. Okay, so for your test, make sure you know heterozygous is two different letters, even though these totally look the same. Two different letters, and then homozygous, short-haired. Now, on our test, you may see this as homozygous recessive, where I don't tell you that it's short, okay? So homozygous short hair or the homozygous recessive. As long as you know what the dominant thing is, you'll know that the recessive one is the opposite. So long hair, I tell you, is dominant. Little s's will be short hair. Okay, the recessive one will be the opposite. All right, cool, cool, cool. Let's see what's next. I didn't really need to erase that, did I? Okay, so here's another awesome question I found. Let's see, someone wrote this. God bless them. It says, a cross between a blue blah blah bird and a white blah blah bird produces offspring that are silver. Oh, interesting. So we have blue, white, and silver. 3 different colors. What does that mean? I have no idea. The color of blah blah birds is determined by just 2 alleles. That means only 2 letters. We don't have a multiple allele situation. No kind of ABO situation. So what that means is that this is going to be incomplete dominance. So we're going to say blue. So you can be blue, you can be silver, or you can be white, okay? So what are the genotypes of the parents, blah blah birds, in the original cross? So there was a blue one and a white one, and they made silver. So blue, white, and they made silver. So the original, here's silver, 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 silver. This is why they were all silver, because they were heterozygous. So the original genotypes of the parents were big B, little b, blue and white. What is the genotypes of the spring offspring? They are the incomplete dominant one, so they're big B, little b. And what would be the phenotypical ratios of the offspring produced by 2 silver blah blah birds? Wow. Okay, that just means I'm going to take 2 silver blah blah birds. I wonder what they sound like. Blah, 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 blah. And if you cross these, basically you get 25% blue, 50% silver, There's silver here, 50%. And then little b, bring this guy over, bring this guy down, 25% white. So 25, 50, 25. Cool? All right, so this is an incomplete dominance problem when you have 3 different colors. So anytime you see like 3 different colors, like red, white, pink, that's called incomplete dominance. So be ready for that. Ding! Next. This is the next awesome problem I found online. And let's see what this one is. I think this is the same person that wrote the other one, but here we go. The color of fruit for plant X is determined by 2 alleles. All right? When 2 plants with orange fruit are crossed with the following phenotypical ratios, when 2 plants, this is the first time I'm trying these. When 2 plants with orange fruits are cross the following, I think they wrote it wrong. Across the following phenotypical ratios are present in the offspring. 25% red fruit, 50% orange, 25% yellow. Look, there's 3 colors. 3 colors. And only 2 alleles. That means that we've got red, orange, and yellow. So I'm going to use red, orange, and yellow. Okay? What are the genotypes of the parents? Well, that means if this is what happens. 50% orange, that means big R, little r, like that. 25, 25. So yellow, red, orange. So that means that the parents are heterozygous. Same thing. These questions tend to repeat themselves. But if you see 25, 50, 25, then you know automatically it's 2 of these guys. It's always 25. If it's 50-50, 50-50 is your heterozygous with the recessive dude. This guy gives you 50-50. So you start to see the ratios. Whatchamacallit? Yeah. If it's 75-25, that's not incomplete dominance. It's not this problem. Basically, that would be big R, little r with red, 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 white. 75 red. But this is normal Mendel monohybrid. This is not incomplete dominance. Okay? So 25, 50, 25 is the answer. Big R, little r. Next. All right, this one says, predict the phenotypical ratios of offspring when a homozygous white cow is crossed with a roan bull. Okay, so roan, let me explain roan. There was something written before this that I didn't even copy, but just so you know, roan is a codominance. And if it was on the test, I would tell you that it's codominance. But basically, this means if you take a brown cow and a white cow, you get BW, which is brown-white, which is roan. It's just called roan. So this is brown-white, spotted cow. So basically, number 1 is asking, and if you want to pause and try it, what are the ratios when a homozygous white cow is crossed with a roan bull? Go! And we're back. All right, so homozygous white, that'd be WW. And for codominance, we're using 2 letters. Everybody's dominant, everybody's capital. WW for white, and we're crossing it with a roan bull. Roan is the mix, BW. And your ratios are, you get a roan, roan, white, white. You get 50% roan, 50% white. So that's the answer for number 1. Check. Cha-ching. What would the genotypes and phenotypes for parent cattle be if a farmer wanted only cattle with red fur? Oh, duh. It's not, they don't call it brown fur, it's red fur. But we're going to pretend this is brown. All right, sorry about that, guys. Sorry, guys. So this is, let's pretend that's brown, even though it's supposed to be red. All right, so the farmer only wants cattle with red fur. So what should the genotype and phenotypes be for parent cattle if the farmer only wants red fur? Well, if he was smart, he would totally breed only red cows, like this. Okay. In our case, it's brown, because we read the problem wrong. Or I told you that it was brown and white. It should be red and white. Whatever. So this cross obviously would give you all red fur, brown fur. I just so confused myself. A cross between a black cat. Oh, now we're talking about something else. Just we don't want to mate a black cat with the bull. So let's erase all this. Because different species don't mate. I don't know if you guys know that, but a cross between a black cat and a tan cat produces a tabby cat. Tabby is like black and tan fur together. What pattern of inheritance does this illustrate? What pattern of... This is co-dominance. And what percent of kittens... Oh, the kittens would have tan fur. What is tan fur? Oh, tan. So black, tan, tabby. What percent would have tan fur if tabby cat is crossed with a black cat? Black cat? You want to pause? You try it. Pause! Tabby cat. So how many would have tan fur? Black, tabby, 0%, man. You wouldn't have any because obviously to have tan you need TT. All right, great. Let's see if there's more. Okay, I found a sex-linked one, just so you can be ready for that. But let's zoom in a little bit here. If you want to try this one, you can pause. In humans, normal vision, with a big C there, is dominant to color blindness. Little c. Again, C's are annoying. I wouldn't use C's. That's why we use R's in class, because these two look the same. But in humans, normal vision is dominant to color blindness, and it's sex-linked. A normal visioned man whose father was colorblind, oh man, now I'm already confused. A normal vision man whose dad was colorblind marries a colorblind woman. What was he thinking? Okay, so let's do that. We can make a little pedigree here. What are the chances that a son will be colorblind? What about a daughter? So what are the chances of their son? What are the chances of their daughter? So, oops, let's erase that. This dude's dad, a human, his father was colorblind. Okay, cool. Let's put him up here. Dad, man, sorry guys, so sloppy. And then we don't know about mom, I guess, but dad was colorblind. Dad was colorblind. We don't know about mom. It doesn't say anything, but he's totally normal, and he's married a colorblind woman, and we want to know the chances of the kids. All right, so when you get this problem, you could totally make one of these. This is called a pedigree, and it's a good way to work out like what everyone is. So here's what's cool with a pedigree and a sex-linked problem. We know what all the men are immediately when we see them, because if they're shaded, they're colorblind. So we put X, and I'm going to use R's. I mean, forget your little C's because we can't tell the difference between. So I'm going to use R's because I like R's. So we're going to make normal vision be like a big R, and we're going to say that if you're colorblind, you got a little R. So this dude right here is a little R, Y. The Y gets nothing because this is a sex-linked trait, and sex-linked traits are any disease or a trait that are carried only on the X chromosome. So this dude right here is normal, and we don't know about that kid yet. This lady is she's colorblind, so she has to have two little R's. This lady is, I know what she is. She's normal. Well, we don't know if she's normal. They didn't say if she was colorblind or not, but she has to have been a carrier at least if she was normal, because she gave this X to her son. Because dad is not to blame. Dad gives every boy his Y. So, oh, I'm sorry, this guy's not colorblind. I didn't even notice. Sorry. That means mama, she could have been totally homozygous dominant for normal. So he's colorblind. It has nothing to do with his son. So this question's here to trick you. This dad has nothing to do with his boy. He's totally normal. All we care about is this cross here. So let's do it. What are the chances? X, or X bigger. Y. Oh, that's so sloppy. Let me do that again. X little r, X big R, Y. Nice. Chances of having a boy. Boys will be down here. Chances of having a boy that's colorblind is 100%. Sorry, son. And chances of a daughter being colorblind are 0%. She will be a carrier, but she will be normal. So the chances of having a colorblind daughter, 0%. Okay, so 100% for the boy and 0% for girls. Now, if the question were to ask, hey, what are the chances of them having a child that's colorblind? Well, you have to look at all 4 boxes. That would be a 50% chance of having a child that's colorblind. But if we're looking at each sex, the answers are a little different. So make sure that you understand that for the test. All right, and this is the last one that I found, but let's try it. It's a sex-linked problem. If you want to pause and try, it's like a multiple choice. So here we go. Or you could just guess. A white-eyed female fruit fly is crossed with a red-eyed male. Red eyes are dominant and X-linked. This should say sex-linked. Come on. Are they not allowed to say the word? What are the expected phenotypes of the offspring? All right, so white-eyed female, red-eyed male. If it's a red-eyed male, then we know what he is. He's that. And we're crossing it with a white-eyed female. That's this. We just did this cross. We just did it. So let's do it again. X big R, X little r. Sorry, let me make my Punnett square. Oh, what are the expected phenotypes? Let's just do them real quick and then we'll answer the question. X little r y, X little r y. Same thing. The boys will be colorblind, the girls will be carriers. So all the females will have red eyes, half the males, all the females and all the males will have all the females will have red eyes, all the males will have white eyes. Bing! All the females and all the males will have red all the females will have white eyes, half the males will have red all the females will have white eyes, and so the answer is this one. All the females will have red eyes and all the males will have white eyes. Yay, 100 for us. Woohoo, A+, woo. Okay, good luck, guys. If you have any other questions, please see me as soon as you can. See ya. Let's stop.